All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into another market and trade review for February the 29th of 2024, the last day of February. It's late. We'll get this cranked out right quick so we can all take a look at it and get to bed for a mess around and find out. FAFO Friday tomorrow, 0 DTE Friday. If you're new here, welcome in. Appreciate the love. And for you showing up, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe and check out all the videos we got. We got a lot of good content here. We make one of these every single day to take a look at the market and how things are performing and which sectors are moving. If you don't know, in the description of this video, there is a link for free stock. You go ahead and click on the link to download Webull. It's the exchange that we trade on, and deposit as little as $5. You and I both get free shares of a stock. So pretty awesome. Check it out. Let's take a look at it. Looking at the paper account today, we're up 20K. It's a big day today. Had some losses that we cut following our rules. We got rid of the upstart play and took a small loss there. Took a couple losses today on Apple that were poorly managed. I want to take a look at Apple though, a really close look at why we took those trades and what we were looking at. Then we had some big winners on SPY. I made a short on that. We had 162% play on SPY, which was solid. The Apple play was, I let it go red to green, honestly, or green to red, sorry. And kind of upset about that, but we'll take a look at it. So the market overall, at the end of the day today, let's just look at the markets. At the end of the day today, the quants and hedges, they weren't pushing stuff. Tech got a big boost at the end of the day, and I want to show you exactly what that looks like. All right, so if we go 5 minute, all right, here's the SPY, and then Q's, Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Netflix, Google, right? And then Adobe didn't get it. Who else got it? A lot of tech names. Palantir got it. MicroStrategy got it. All these tech names out of nowhere. No news, nothing. They all just got this massive freaking, for lack of, that's what they call it in the FinTwist. Basically got a boner candle. And they all just pumped up. No volume, or sorry, lots of volume. No news though, nothing. Apple was trading crazy, wicked out all the way down to 179.57, and then 181.11 back all the way up. It's crazy. So I don't know what they were trying to push for, but they pushed everything up at the close of the day and then ripped it down in some cases on SPY. And so seeing this top and this massive wick up, I entered puts actually at the high of day test, high of day break, I think, on when this candle started wick back down. Yeah. And then we got this big push up and I was like, crap. But that was for like 2 seconds and we came back down strong. And so we took those puts for overnight going into tomorrow, because more often than not, I think I don't know what the percentage is, but it is definitely true that it's more likely that when the majority of the bigger move is in the second half of the day, that we do not continue into the next day and that we sell off. That's just statistically proven in the market. So looking for that tomorrow with the SPY on Apple. Let's take a look at why we tried to trade Apple negative, right? And I want to take a look at the hourly chart. So the hourly chart on Apple, you can see this descending falling wedge that we're making here, right? We broke below this pendant here, kind of, but this honestly is not the best. But we're definitely creating this descending wedge, right? Here's this. We can just get rid of this actually. See ya. And today, right, it's just lowering and lowering and lowering volume, and so I tried to short it on the break of that trend. Down here, the 180 level, and I was looking for a short below this support, which we got. And so this was the trade in here, and I was late. I didn't enter until about right here, this candle, the failed reversal, and I was in and flushed all the way down to here. And then I was taking SPY at the exact same time. I only managed the SPY trade better than the Apple trade, didn't sell off. And I thought, okay, if we're breaking, and I bought a little bit of time on the Apple trade too. I thought, okay, if we're breaking out below, you know, it's a shelf on Apple for us to drop further here, right in here. And this is what I was looking to get, and it didn't give it to me. This 180 level is so strong, and it wicked back up, and the decay ate me up, and I took for a really small loss, like 2 or 3% only. I probably could have held it more, but I was like, you know what, I don't want to hold Apple overnight just to see what happens in case something happens. And then later on in the day we got that push and I entered the SPY trade. So anyways, that's that. Tesla wicking up a little bit. Right, we're getting an EMA cross, but it's not very convincing. We do have this trend line here that we're holding, and Tesla did come up to close the day with everything else in that pump, but then sold right back off in after hours, and then we're trading at 200 again. Tesla was a good short today. If you played this, right, weak at open, big double top wicks up in here, and then flush down. And we did come up and test this, but this was a sweet entry right here on Tesla, even in entering down here, right? This is an even better entry. But anyways, lots of good entries on Tesla short here. Soundhound, our put play on Soundhound. Oh, we're not gonna get it. The IV, implied volatility on these, is like 800%. And yeah, there's just no way. Unless it sells off big tomorrow at open, which I highly doubt. I mean, it could happen, right? But the earnings was a terrible miss, but people are trying to hold it up. I wouldn't be surprised if they announce an offering in the morning too, like, and it just flushes out. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna sell those at open tomorrow and get rid of them. Nasty trade. NVIDIA, almost back up to 800. It double tested 799 today up in here. Couldn't quite get above it. And on the daily, right, this does look like the break of this. Change the zone here. That's cool. Anyways, so it does look like on NVIDIA that we are getting a little bit of a break of this trend in here that we talked about yesterday, right? Above it. We'll see though. We did gap up at open. Are we going to continue? It's really just a doji candle. There's not, whoop, the heck? Not a lot of strength there by any means. Just a flat day. We open and close about the same exact range, but this push into the close of the day is interesting. Bitcoin, as far as Bitcoin is concerned, right? On the daily, we're just holding it up in here. Oh, that's the weekly, I apologize. The daily, we are inside range, which we talked about yesterday, right? We said we're probably going to see some consolidation. Got all the way up to 64, almost 65K, and wicked from that point and down into the 63 range. And then now we're going to consolidate above 60, right below 60, I'd imagine, for a while until we break out again, similar to the pattern we've been doing, right? Big breakup, period of consolidation, big breakup, period of consolidation, right? And it's not exactly sideways, it's just barely declining over and over and over. And that's what Bitcoin has been doing. And we can go ahead and grab our fib extension and pull that here. Might need to redraw these fibs. So the range is getting real big. I think we did draw it on the weekly. Sheesh. Crazy. Big moves out of Bitcoin. Hood came back a little bit. Robinhood had me convinced that we were selling off today, but then we're up to close the day, big time. MicroStrategy over 1,000, looking good. AMC got smoked on the earnings, no surprise. Big short from open all the way through. No surprise there at all. We talked about Snow yesterday, their earnings, right? Really, really bad. We'll hide the barcode here. And then they tried to get bought up, excuse me, into market open all the way up to 190. Good trades there if you took at open calls, but then it just traded flat all day and couldn't get anything going. And I believe that we will probably see consolidation out of this. Oh, it's a perfect 200 EMA test. Would you look at that? And support test down here. We'd love to see it. So I'd imagine that we see some consolidation down in this area for a while before we work our way back up. It wasn't exactly bad news. It's just, you know, not the best earnings report. So that is the market as a whole. Tomorrow's Friday. We got a lot of expiry coming. SPY broke out of this wedge that we talked about. And actually, the better chart to look at for that is going to be SPX. All right, here it is. We talked about this yesterday. Broke out of this perfectly. So we'll see if we see continuation tomorrow. We need to break 5,100. 511, 106 is the high that we have seen. And that is what we were looking at. The NASDAQ put in highs that have not been seen since 2021. We're about there. See if we break it. We'll find out. Anyways, I appreciate all the love, the support on these videos and the shorts. And if you guys have any questions about the market, feel free to leave me a comment. Questions, I will answer them all. And remember, if your goals and dreams don't scare you, probably not big enough. See you guys tomorrow.